Point newspaper. I will now turn to my guest. I have with me Mr. Ebou Wally, is Gambia Moral Congress UK chapter president and the secretary for the Diaspora. Mr. Wally, welcome to the Fatu Network.
Good afternoon, Omar.
Well, many see the GMC as a dying party, but let's start with the GMC in Diaspora. What is the setup particularly in the UK? You are the president.
Yeah, in the UK, the GMC Diaspora in the UK is a chapter that has started operational and functional since the 2016 election, or after the 2016 election, predominantly to support the GMC agenda and also make it so that whatever is obviously discussed within the executive in the Gambia is shared with all other chapters. The GMC-UK chapter spearheads the functions of that and the dissemination of information. So we are well structured to be certain.
Okay, you said you are well structured. How about in the country here? Because many people said your presence is not that much felt.
Yeah, people may say that our presence is not much felt because we are a smaller party. We are not disputing that. However, we are in the trajectory to develop to a bigger party. It has to start from somewhere, and then we believe that we are on the right footing, on the right path to actually get to where we want to get to. And then once we are able to work within or in the government, in that I mean by being the serving government, then we will show people obviously what we are about.
Okay, let's talk about GMC. To me, GMC got only one minister, that was Ahmed Fat, and when it was dismissed, that was the end. Is GMC still part of the government?
We are part of the government. We have always been part of the government. Let's make that very clear. Remember, in 2016, there was a coalition government, and GMC is part of that coalition. We agreed on the terms and conditions of the coalition, and then we agreed to also be part of that government. So we have always been part of the government, and we are still part of the government. So that's true. It's true that Mai has been an interior minister before, and then he served in that capacity. After a period of time, it was deemed by the president that he has to be relieved from his position, which he then forfeit, and then of course he's gone back into the government again to serve in a different capacity. So as we are aware, of course we are still in it and we are supporting the national interest.
Yeah, he was part of it, he was out, and many people said he should not have taken the position. What is your stand on this? Somebody who was unceremoniously removed, no reasons were given, and after a few months the president called him back and reinstated him back into the government as an advisor.
I know a lot of people will say all kind of opinions when it comes to that, and then of course people are subjected to their own opinions. Of course people are free to actually say those kind of things, but I personally think my accepting the position, it was key to answer the call to serve his nation. Of course he cannot sit by and then just be a critic of the government when he can't go in and provide his own quota. He is well gifted, he's a potential, he's a very highly proactive person, knowledgeable in that matter. So why not? I think once he was being called upon to answer to the call was the right thing to do.
But he was providing his quota as a minister and he was removed. What makes it different that he's going back as an advisor?
Of course, the capacities are different. The capacity that he went in now is different. Maybe the president thought that the current capacity suits him most. So I think Mai is quite happy where he is, and I believe that he has the support of the GMC total party militants, and we are there to actually give him that support that he always looked for. We believe in his agenda as well as the leader. However, GMC party doesn't just stand for Mai, it's not only there for Mai. GMC party is more than Mai. Let's make that very clear. He is the flag bearer at the moment. He's leading the party, but we also believe that of course the GMC is a larger population when it comes to party decisions and executive decisions to be taken.
Okay, you said it's a larger part, but let's talk about this thing in a moment again. The resilient, how resilient is GMC?
Very resilient. Very, very resilient for that matter. I think in the diaspora, which I can comfortably speak about, you have very, very, very strong die-hard militants, and I mean that 200% support they will give it to GMC. They would not, face out to challenge and then make sure that GMC's interest is being served and in various quotas. And that is something that is actually carrying us forward. GMC is a party, whereas it's not a party that will come into the limelight to announce itself for all the wrong reasons. However, we don't also challenge. We don't believe in politics of deception. That's not one thing that we believe in. That's why we won't go out to criticize people. However, we will receive a lot of criticisms because, obviously, because of the positions that we are in, the type of party we are in. We believe in morality, which is a concept behind the GMC party, and that has been promoted by all the militants.
Now, you talk about deception, morality, and so on. There has been this tension that the 3 years and 5 years thing. This is a question that has been asked and answered, like Side Jata will tell me.
Yeah.
What is the position of GMC as far as this controversial issue is concerned?
Our position, I think, has been cleared by a lot of other people, and I believe my party leader was here in your studio, and I believe this question has been posed to him as well. My opinion is, of course, it's true that the coalition agreed on a 3-year term. That is very true. We do understand that was there. But again, it's left onto the president. We do also have the 5 years as the constitution stipulated. If the president thought or believes that he's going to opt for the constitutional right to stay for 5 years, that's left onto him. I think what we can do in that note is to support him, because I don't think going against him will give us any good. We need a nation that is united. We've seen quite a lot of things that is happening right now. We are seeing atrocities being recorded and then being brought forward in the TRRC. We have seen that we are in a process of rebuilding this country. So I think to join the president in rebuilding the country is what we need to focus on now. We might have our political differences, but of course the 3 years and the 5 years, I think it's down to the president, despite the contracts or the terms and conditions.
Come 2021, if if there's another coalition, which party do you think GMC will join? For example, President Barrow decide to go on his own. Will GMC join him, or GMC is going to take another line, or is join other parties, or is going to run on his own without forming coalition with any party?
First of all, let's emphasize that GMC is a party of its own, and I think when we get to that bridge, we will know how to cross that. It might not be a question that is actually going to be something that I need to answer today. However, if we get to the point that we need to answer that question, we will answer the question. And I think whatever we do, whatever decision we take, has to be in the best interest of the GMC party as well, and the nation as well. So if there is any doubt that a coalition with another party is not what is in the best interest of the GMC party militants and the people of the Gambia, we won't go into a coalition. But we will have to wait until we get to that point, and we will know what to do.
Okay, finally, before you leave, what final message do you have for people out there?
Well, what I will advise, because I'm on a vacation right now, but then I'll seize the opportunity. Thank you very much in the first place to actually offer me and then giving me this privilege to actually say, to be in your studio. What I can say, that I think what the Gambian people need to look into is, it's important that we look at the Gambia first. We are all Gambians. We might have different tribes, different political affiliations, but we are Gambians, and then we should see Gambia as our #1 priority, despite our political differences. And again, we should continue that togetherness, that oneness, that unity from now onwards. I think the Gambia is in a rebuilding process. We should make sure that we all provide our quota. It has to be, as you are doing, journalism, making sure that you go out there, bring the information that people will need to hear, the right information that is accurate for people to hear, and act on that. I think you are informing people. That's a great thing to do. Other sectors, other people could do the same thing in their various sectors. Let's unite and then work to develop this country. We are far behind. The past regime has dragged us, not only for 22 years. I think they've dragged us for more than 100 years. We should have achieved a lot, but we are not able to do that because of the past regime. I want to thank everyone, and then of course it's a pleasure once again. Omar, thank you. That's all I have for the people of the country.
Thank you so much, viewers. That's Mr. Ebou Wally, the GMC-UK chapter president, and he's also the secretary for the whole diaspora. And we'll move to a story. That is the vendors at Senegambia Craft Market said that the all-inclusive system in the tourism sector affects their business. Mami Sedikan was there, and let's take a listen.